Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. Today we are finally here with my 2025 spreads, and we are starting off with the week of December 30th through to January 5th, which is of course the week of New Year's. For this particular week I am using a Plannerface mystery kit. I cannot recall which mystery kit it is, but of course, as always, it will be linked in the, not linked, it'll be listed in the title below. And I am pairing it with some mixed metal moments from SPC. I couldn't decide on what foil pairing worked well with this kit, and I thought that I would try and be brave and opted for the mixed metal, and I think it turned out really, really nicely. I also think that the style of the foil works really well with like the theme and the different clip art elements of the kit. So really, really happy with that. It was quite the interesting week. So I actually have, I'm just looking here, I've got 3 extenders. So I've got an extender on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, because apparently I did a lot of things this particular week. But yeah, I guess we should go ahead and jump on into it, because you guys know I like to blabber, and I'll get carried away and we'll run out of time, and such is life on this channel. But my sidebar this week is a very stock standard. We have the 2 full boxes, and then we have the tall box. So the Plannerface mystery does come with a tall box fashion add-on. I'm not going to say all of the time, because I could be wrong, but most of the time. And even when you buy like the weekly kits, a lot of the time you can opt, there's like a tall box option. And Anna's tall box options are like a box and a half. So they're not as tall as like an SPC one, for example. And I really, really enjoy that. Anywho, I am obsessed with the sidebar because the top left-hand corner is a cute little French bulldog, and I just knew that I had to use that because at the time, the logic was in my head. First of all, I have a French bulldog. He looks very similar to this. He had a black mask on his face, brown ears, he had a brown patch on his bum. So it looked very, very similar to this French bulldog. And in my mind, when I was picking it, I didn't voice it out loud because you never want to. You don't want to be thinking those things. But in my mind, I was like, what if this is the last year that I have my baby? And sure enough, that ended up being the case. So 2025, obviously that will come in a later plan with me. I'm not going to get into too much detail. But unfortunately, we did lose our little boy in 2025. So I don't know what it was, some sort of intuition, some sort of gut instinct, some sort of, I don't know. It was just the love that I have for him. He's like, honestly was my heart dog. Like my life feels incomplete without him. So very, very glad that I opted to use this kit, and that he was like that focal point, that like priority box in the top left-hand corner. Then of course we have the 2025 full box, and then because the foil kit that I was using was from SPC, or the leftover bits and pieces I was using were from SPC, there was no toolbox overlay. So if you buy foil kits from Plannerface, she does actually include a box that fits her toolboxes perfectly, whereas with this one, because I was using SPC and Plannerface together, didn't have that option. So I ended up just using some decorative pieces from the SPC kit and kind of scattered them around. I think it turned out really nice. But like I said, let's go ahead and get into the plans for the week. So first things first, Monday the 30th. So I was off work all of this week. Lucky me. But I did mark sleeping in with a little pillow from Plannerface. Would have come in the kit. I then marked that I did some filming with a little camera icon from the foil pack. And then I marked that I had a headache this day using a script from Plannerface and a Once More with Love munchkin with a little nail through her head, or his head. And then marked that I tried to take a nap, which obviously was unsuccessful because otherwise I would have just written nap, but I tried to nap and didn't work out. And then this day I did my annual watch of the holiday. Although I don't know if it's quite an annual watch, because I'm pretty sure it varies like year to year exactly as to when I watch it. I do endeavor to watch it every Christmas, but my husband won't watch it with me. So I try and watch it when he's like not in the house. and I try to keep it in that kind of Christmas period. So this particular time I did watch it in December, right on the cusp of New Year's, so we kind of just fit it in, but we watched it. And I should have said the nap sticker is from Fox and Cactus. The popcorn sticker is from, I think it's Coffee Monsters Co. Could be Once More with Love. I feel like I always confuse those two now. I don't know why. And then the last thing that I marked on Monday was that we had cuddle time, which again is just another way of marking that my husband and I relaxed on the couch with our doggos and didn't do much of anything. So there is that. And I did use a foil script from SPC and just a piece of deco from the kit. And then, of course, Tuesday being the 31st of December, that is, of course, New Year's Eve. So that is the first thing that I marked at the top of the day with a script from Plannerface and a piece of deco from the kit. I then marked that I slept in with some foil from SPC and a script from Plannerface. I should probably just preface this by saying that all of the scripts that I've used, bar the film script on Monday, which is from Stella, Beau Sticker Co., who is now closed, are from Plannerface. That helps. I marked that I did a voiceover this day. I did some cleaning. The clean script is from Carly Plans, and then the icon is from the foil kit from SPC. I then marked that I watched Love Actually with a popcorn sticker from Stella Beau Sticker Co. Again, she is closed. I then marked that my brother and his partner came over because they were spending New Year's Eve with us, so we went and collected them, and obviously they came to our place, and we had pizza and pasta for dinner. The car is from the foil pack, and the little sloth is from, I think, Stella Beau Sticker Co., but I don't recall, and again, she's closed. So for anyone who may be new here, of course, hi, hello, and welcome, but I do list each of the sticker shops that I mention in the description below. If they are closed, I will write closed. If not, I will provide you with a link so that you can go and shop to your little heart's content. That evening we played Mario Party. Again, the script from Plannerface, and then the Nintendo Switch is from Murdoch Talks. And then we played No Mercy, which is basically on steroids. It's things like draw 10 instead of draw 4. Really, really fun, very competitive. And those cards are from Plannerface. And then I marked that we watched the fireworks. We had some champagne. My brother's partner bought a bottle of champagne. So we cheers with a bottle of champagne while the fireworks were on, and obviously at the countdown to midnight. Did our New Year's kisses, all of that. And then I did also mark that I uploaded a video this evening as well. The cup for the fireworks and champagne is from the kit, and the icon for the upload is from the foil kit. Wednesday was the 1st of January 2025, and we actually had a beach day. So my brothers and his partner, my husband and I, we all went to a beach called Avalon Beach. We'd never been there before. Very beautiful, clear blue waters. It was absolutely gorgeous. By the time we finished sunblocking, we got in the water, and I'm not even kidding, within 5 minutes of getting into the water, my husband got stung by a blue bottle. So he had to go and see the lifeguards. I thought he was going to come into the water and be like, we're going home. I've had enough, because my husband does not like the beach at all. He takes me because I enjoy going to the beach, and we only go once a year. But yeah, the fact that he got stung within 5 minutes of getting into the water was just... My brother tried to warn him. We all kind of saw it. We called out to him, and unfortunately it was too late. He got stung. So didn't take long to recover. The lifeguard made him go and stand under a hot shower to take away the sting, and then he joined us back in the water, and we had a wonderful day. While we were there, we did check out the rock pool, but it was very busy with like families and children and things like that. So we went back to the beach part. We had a final dip in the afternoon before we left. We were going to buy lunch there and have, like fish and chips on the beach, but unfortunately the cafe closed at like 2 o'clock, which was really, really annoying. So that didn't happen. And then I marked that we had a really long drive home. I don't know why, but the drive there seemed really quick and the drive home seemed really slow. I then marked that we had Nando's for dinner. We dropped my brother home. We had cold rock for dessert, and then I showered and went to bed. And guys, I do apologize because again, we're going to run out of time if I don't hurry my butt up. So I'm going to stop mentioning where all of the stickers are from. But like I said, I will link everything in the description below. And of course, if you have questions about specific stickers, let me know and I'll come back to you. On Thursday, I marked sleeping in, that I was sunburned quite badly from the day before, and that my husband made me sad. I don't know why. I marked that I had a lazy evening, that I did some reading. Friday, I marked that we had a lazy morning, that I read some more of my book. I don't remember what I was reading. I'll have to go back and check and put it in the sidebar or something. I marked that I had a nap. We went to McDonald's drive-through, and then this was the day that a random person paid for our coffee order, which was like $40 odd or something. And for me, like, that was unheard of. I've never had anything like that happen. You hear of it happening, but it never happens to you. So it happening for us, it was kind of like it was a good sign for 2025, like we were going to have some good luck. That was exciting. I then marked that we went to our friend Annie and Graham's house, that we had to pick up their girls. Don't know where from. Don't remember where they were, but yeah. We had Pizza Hut for dinner. We chatted, we caught up because we'd not seen them for a little while. And then when the girls went to bed, we watched a horror movie called Bagman, which I think was on Netflix. And then we also watched Heretic with Hugh Grant. On Saturday, I marked sleeping in, and then I marked that we had some cleaning time because my childhood best friend and her partner were coming over that night for some games and some dinner. I marked that once again we had pizza and pasta and dinner because apparently that's something that satisfies everyone. We had long chats and catch-ups. We didn't end up playing any board games because we just got too caught up in the chats. And then I marked that we dropped my brother's home because, again, my brother and his partner had come over to hang out with my friend. And then finally, on to Sunday, I've marked that we had a lazy morning, that I watched some YouTube, that we chilled with our doggos on the couch. Once again, I did take a nap. Apparently, I'm a very tired girl. I did some more reading. I scrolled on TikTok some. And then we watched The Middle on TV. And then the last thing that I marked on Sunday was that I uploaded a video. So yeah, as you can see, we're back in old habits. I tend to chat too much, even on weeks where I actually want to talk through the plans. Probably made the mistake of telling you guys where each of the stickers was from, which is why I stopped doing it in the first place, because I just don't have time. So we will see what happens moving forward. Let me know if you have a preference either way. But otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!